Turning now to our race in City Council Ward 2. Bill Kicker with 2,976 votes. Challenger Kari Rehrauer received 3,162 votes, about 51% to 48%. So Kari Rehrauer is the unofficial winner in Ward 2. Thanks for coming in today and talking to us about winning.
Thank you for having me.
How does it feel to win?
It was a shock. I have a lot of nervous energy. I'm ready to get to work. I ran on a platform of build a better city for all, and I just feel a lot of nervous energy to get started.
Now, this is your first kind of venture into politics?
Absolutely, yes.
Okay. Why did you decide to do this?
I felt like I could make a difference in the city. I want to use my voice for bringing people together, having people whose voice hasn't been heard traditionally to have some outreach. I want to reach out to the community, and I really have an idea that I'd like to have a Black, Indigenous, person of color caucus that I could reach out to with ideas for racial and social justice. So this is one of the biggest reasons I wanted to run. Okay.
Tell us a little about yourself.
I have mostly been a teacher for most of my career. I've taught primarily in St. Francis. I taught in Anoka Hennepin just this last year. Science teacher, so I went to the University of Minnesota, and that's why I ended up staying here. I grew up in Wisconsin, but I loved Minnesota from the first year that I was here.
Yep.
I graduated and have had this teaching career. I live in Coon Rapids. We've lived here for 20 years. We bought our house here, and we've been here ever since then. So.
And you have a family?
I do. I have two daughters. They are both in high school at Blaine High School. We live in this little tiny corner of Coon Rapids that goes to Blaine High School, which was surprising to me growing up in a small town. And if you live in Eau Claire, you go to Eau Claire High School. So I was kind of surprised at how big the school district is. But they are a freshman and a junior, two girls, Hannah and Haley.
And I'm sure they're proud of you for...
Yes, they were both kind of jumping around, very excited for Mom the night we found out. So.
All right. So you've obviously been campaigning this summer and went around to doors and were knocking on doors. What were people telling you while you were out there door knocking?
I really feel like people are ready to move forward. I think that, Coon Rapids is run really well. I have no problems with anything that's been historically taken place. I think we have some really great programs in recreation and sustainability, some grants for homeowners, and I'd like to continue that. But I think we're also looking for the future, and I'd like to bring that voice of what can we do to make it even better, and people in Coon Rapids are ready for that.
Okay. So what would you kind of touched on a little bit, what would you be looking to do here as a member of the City Council?
Well, besides the racial and social justice and outreach, I'd like to continue working with Transformative Circle. I think they have a great program where people of all different backgrounds come together and try to learn from each other. And that's also another reason I ran. I think that we as a city, we love our neighbors, we're good people, but we need to work harder to listen to each other and divisiveness and really work together.
Okay. Is there an area in the city that you think we could do more work on?
Yes, and besides that, I also think our recycling program is great. I'd like to expand with a change to the city code to allow for solar energy and solar panels programs, because this is one of the things where I was saying people are ready for change. So instead of being afraid to make that adjustment, let's go, let's get it done. Let's have some action for our residents.
All right. Obviously, this year has been challenging with COVID and budget constraints and all that. How would you be kind of approaching the city budget?
That is something that I will be reaching out to my council members that are already on there and working with them on, because that will be a new learning process for me. So I definitely want to build those relationships and work together for something like that. I do know the House passed the bonding bill, so we do have that funding coming in for some great projects. We have that interchange down at 610, so that's going to take place. So thank you, state, for passing that bonding bill and getting it done.
And also the expansion of the Coon Rapids Recycling Center, which
Yes.
is an exciting thing.
Yes.
We all know that that's a really busy recycling center, so it'll be nice to see some improvements there as well. All right. Is there anything you're obviously this is your new venture into politics. Is there anything that you're looking forward to, and anything that you're kind of concerned about or have reservations about?
I'm just really looking forward to getting to know more of the residents and hearing from them, because it's not about me, it's about listening and hearing from the input, especially from my ward. So I was going to ask, please connect with me on, I'm going to change my Facebook page from Kari for Coon Rapids campaign Facebook to Kari Councilwoman Facebook, and I would love for you to connect with me there on my Facebook page, website, email. That's my goal. Is I want you to know who I am, and I want you to reach out to me.
All right. That's all the questions I have. Is there anything else that you want to add before we go?
Well, Steve, I'd really like to thank everyone that worked really hard on my campaign. I had a lot of volunteers. I had people who donated. I had support from different unions. I had people who were willing to host lawn signs, and I couldn't have done it without all of you. And I also would like to thank my family. They allowed me to have time away from them on the weekends to do some of this campaign work. And also my mom, who passed away 2 years ago, I just keep thinking about how proud she would be to see what happened with the election.
Yeah. All right. Well, we appreciate you coming in today and telling us a little bit about yourself and what you look forward to on the City Council. Kari Rehrauer, the unofficial winner in City Council Ward 2.